Another day, another dollar, as they say. Hey, what's up, my dokus? Jason, welcoming you back to more The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel. Last time, we had a battle against, or I guess a duel against the Viscount. And lost horribly, obviously. There's no shame in that, I promise. This time, well, it's a brand new day, and for some strange reason, these trees just, like, completely disappear and reappear. Shows the graphical limitations of the PS3 because I believe, and the Vita, because I believe that's what these the first two Cold Steel games originally released on. I think was the PS3 and Vita. Anyway, this time, well, we've got some morning tasks here to take care of on day 2, and that's what we're gonna get going with. Starting off, we're going to go ahead and head up to the chapel as our first optional side quest is here within the chapel. If I can find the lady who needs to talk to us. Here she is. Oh, hello everyone. Good day, Sister Theramis. Have you grown accustomed to Legram while I was away? I have. Everyone's been so kind. The only thing I can't get used to is Father Hamilcar's lackadaisical approach to his work. That's understandable. He has his good points, though. Really? I've yet to see him act like a responsible adult, even once. We probably shouldn't be gossiping about this, though. I assume you all came along because of my request, right? That's right. We'd like you to tell us a little more about it. The request mentioned that you plan to make an offering. That's correct. I'll need a number of items in order to make it, and I'd like you to collect them for me if you're able. Do you have the time to take this on for me? I mean, I understand if you don't. Sure, we'll fit you in. Thank you very much. Allow me to tell you about what I need you to do. As Lady Laura knows, it's a custom here in Legram to hold a memorial service for Saint Sandlot and the Eisenritter each year. The period in which this service is held is coming up rather soon, too. That sounds like kind of a downer. Well, it's not supposed to be a lively event. The memorial service is held to mourn the brave warriors who gave their lives during the War of the Lions. Will the church be leading the service? The people here seem to have a strong belief in animism, so I wouldn't have expected that to be the case. Not quite. The church is just assisting with it. Animism has much deeper roots than the church here, so it's only natural that we respect that. Legram seems to be similar to Nord in that regard. Yeah, animism's just as widely believed over there as it is here. And yet, despite that, both communities believe in the church's teachings as well. Well, the church has never once denied the existence of spirits, after all. In my opinion, that's one of the reasons its teachings have spread across the continent like they have. I guess Adios has a big enough heart for everyone, huh? Quite right. Getting back on topic, though, I've actually been asked to prepare an offering for the memorial service myself. Oh? Will this be your first time doing so? It will. Because of that, I'd like to practice a little bit before the service itself. That's why I'd like to ask you all to collect the ingredients I need for it. Ah, so that's how it is. What exactly will you be making? I'm going to be making pretzels. Huh? Those are those bready things that look like they're all twisted into a knot, right? That's right. However, the pretzels used for the memorial service are made to look like the spirit monument here in town. I assume you're talking about the unique looking monument in the center of the town. The very same. The pretzels here are generally baked to be rather hard, so they'll last longer. It's even said that the Eisenritter carried them onto the battlefield in their combat form, or in their combat rations. I suppose that explains why you're giving pretzels as an offering then. That's quite a fascinating historical tidbit. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a chance to see Erebonia's most time-honored pretzels. What ingredients do you need us to get then? Ah yes, I almost forgot. I need you to collect 5 hardy powders and 5 clear gelatins, and a type of seasoning called white seed. Well, it shouldn't be too hard to beat up some monsters for that stuff, but what exactly is white seed? They seem to be one of Legram's local crops, according to Father Helmikar. Unfortunately, they're not really in season right now, so none of the stores here have any. Well, I think that part should be simple enough, fortunately. Our household's head chef should have some on hand. Oh, that's a huge weight off my shoulders. Right then, let's start our gathering. Where should we make our way first? Laura's home or the highway? I'm fine with either. We'll have to go to both eventually anyway. Okay, well, first things first, I want to go ahead and check our items here, because I want to see if we actually have the... Oh, wow. We actually have plenty of the clear gelatin we need, and hardy power. My lord. I never realized how much we actually had. Guess that goes to show I've been killing some monsters. Alright, well, with having plenty of what we need, now we just need to go to the chef here in the Viscount Mansion and pick up the white seed. Hello, Lady Laura. Is there something you need from me? There's a request I'd like to make of you, if I may. Would you happen to have any white seed on hand? Of course. Why, it'd be crazy for me not to have some on hand. I've got it stored away, and I always make sure that we never run out. How much do you need? I can give you the entire crate if you want. Well, I don't think we need quite that much. Well then, I suppose a small bag full should do the trick. Why, thanks. Anything for you, Lady Laura. All the people here really love her, don't they? I'll say. Alrighty. Now let's go ahead and head back to the chapel. And we can turn this stuff in and complete the quest. Hello everyone, have you managed to gather the ingredients I need? We sure have, here you go. Oh, and here's the white seed you wanted. Thank you so much, this should be plenty. Can you wait in the adjoining room while I mix up a trial batch then? How do they taste? I'm a little surprised, to be honest. In a good way, I mean. Indeed, they're actually better than I was expecting. Tasty and filling and free. Thinking about the Eisenritter may have eaten something like Thinking that the Eisenritter may have eaten something like this to keep on fighting is kind of moving, really. It really is. Thank goodness. What do you think of them, Lady Laura? Oh, my apologies. I was so engrossed in the taste that I forgot to speak up. They're delicious. If I hadn't seen you make them, I'd swear they came from the kitchen of a professional chef like Joseph. Thank you for giving me the chance to try them. Phew. Hey, Laura. There's still some time before the memorial service, but how about we offer some of these at St. Lot's statue now? I like that. After all, there's no limit on when you can leave an offering. Would you mind if we take some along then, sister? Not at all. It would be rude of us to indulge in all these on our own, after all. Please, go on and take some. Let's be on our way then. Now I've got pretzel power. Yay! Alright, well, looks like we need to go to the statue and make an offering in order to complete this quest. Excuse me, little girl. Need to be out of the way. There we go. I'm sure this will put a smile on her face. Now all that's left to do is for us to pray. Are there any special requirements for prayers of this sort? Not particularly, but it is the custom to remain quiet while prayers are being offered. Well, let's get our praying on then. I was so focused so hard on being quiet, I ended up holding my breath. Huh? Are you guys still going? It was a valiant battle to remain silent for even a single minute. At last, victory remained elusive. Don't be so harsh on her. Well then, shall we make our way back to the chapel? Yeah, we should report back to Sister Theramis just in case. Thank you so much for your help, everyone. I feel bad for having you run all around town just for my sake. No worries, we're always glad to lend a hand. Yeah, never done a job where pretzels were a fringe benefit, but it was worth it. They really were delicious. If the batch you make for the memorial service turns out to be that good, you have nothing to worry about. I'll do anything I can to make sure that's the case. Oh, I've yet to offer you all your reward for helping me. It's not much, but please take these. Thank you so much. We'll be sure to put them to good use. That's one down at least. Yeah, let's move right into the other one. Alright, looks like now we need to head out to Ebel Highway. Oh, all the fog on the highway is dissipated as well. Yeah, it's so much easier to see all the surrounding areas now. Totally. I could hardly see my hand in front of my face yesterday. Well, at least we don't have to worry about getting lost today. We may find alternate routes throughout the area that we missed yesterday, too. It's very likely. We should keep an eye out for those while we're looking for the beast that we need to slay. Yep. Alright, so let's do it. Starting off... It looks like there's a path over this way too. I didn't notice it when we were passing yesterday. The mist has cleared today, which makes seeing paths through the area much easier. I think this path leads to the top of the hill. Perhaps, but we'll need to do something about this log before we can go there. Lammy could snap a log like this like a toothpick. We'll leave the heavy lifting to you and Lammy then. Hope you don't mind. No problemo. Alright, so we have characters with strike type field attacks of B rank or higher can destroy fallen logs and certain other objects. So does that mean Laura can technically? Yes, okay.
Very well. Go.
So Laura can technically do that as well. We also just got more enemies. I don't think there's going to be any really new enemies in particular. At least to my knowledge.
I'll handle this.
Guess we'll go ahead and just have Eustace and...
I shall fulfill my duty as a noble.
Ooh. Millium got a level up. We'll go ahead and have Eustace do, we'll have Eustace do, whatchamacallit. Oh, okay, so that's just gonna be... It's just an update, okay. That makes sense. Sorry, I was, like, looking at my notes here and I mentioned, a chest we had already obtained by accident. Okay, let's go ahead and have Reen and Emma. Oh yeah, Reen doesn't have any CP. Let's go ahead and have her do that. Ethereal Shell. Or Ethereal something, I don't know what I had put there. Or what that was. I couldn't remember what that was called exactly.
My turn.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Here we go.
My turn.
Alright, just trying to get some CP up, even though technically Eustace and Emma both have CP. I'm just gonna,
You should keep going.
you know, get it up. Or keep it up for Laura and Reen, so that way they can get their CP back up, as we're going to need it for the battle ahead. Doesn't look like there's anything here. But it looks like there's more enemies.
Very well, I will serve as your opponent. Very well.
Alrighty.
Oh wow, there's a river out here.
I remember playing in this river when I was young.
Okay.
A challenge.
So,
Watch out. This is a tough
looks like there is a fishing spot here, but it's not going to be of use to us at this moment. There's no new fish that we can catch there, but we will be using that fishing spot later on. It will come a time when we need to use it.
Treasure chest.
Alright, there's Dawn Boots there, and a bunch of Sepet there. We're probably hitting close to the max on some Sepet as well.
A worthy adversary. My turn.
That should suffice.
Alright, looks like Eustace got a level up out of that fight. Okay. So now we need to go up here, and looks like there's just a bunch of little pom-poms that need to be destroyed.
Of course. Hi.
I'll handle this.
It's my turn.
Here we go.
Of course. Hi.
There! Your swordsmanship is
Now. I
truly
could say the
impressive.
same about you.
I feel like I'm going to.
And Emma gained a level up from that first battle. Then grab an EP charge 3 and some more
Here we go.
pom-poms, which pom-poms just really feel like they're so easy to miss attacks on
Evil
because
will fall.
they're the
before
ones I
my-
most frequently so far have, you know, had this issue with, I guess.
Bring it on. My
If
turn.
that's how you'd
My turn.
want to describe it.
It's my turn.
My turn. Huh?
Alright, well we can see an enemy down there. Too bad we don't need to go after him. So let's go ahead and head over into Abel Highway 2 and we'll be able to look at this upper part. A place we have not explored yet.
Oh, it's so cool here. You'd hardly believe it's summer.
The weather's pleasant today. A fine wind blowing too.
I will.
My
Alright,
turn.
let's go ahead and
Of course. Hi.
Very well.
hit
It's my
that.
turn here. Let's keep going.
Looks like Laura got a level up
Not bad.
and she learned Radiant Wings, which increases physical abilities at the expense of magical ones. Which basically means that her physical arts, or physical attacks like CP will be increased. However, her magical arts, or magical abilities like arts will be decreased. So it's kind of a win-win, lose-lose situation, I guess. I don't know. All right.
We have nothing to my turn.
Okay, let's go
Very
ahead
well.
and just
And
keep battling out these jellies looking jellyfish things. You can't tell me these don't look. They may be mushrooms, but they look like
My turn.
jellyfish.
My turn.
You can't tell me that they're not walking
Of course.
jellyfish.
We should keep going.
Okay. Here's that
It's my
other
turn.
one. We can just destroy
I'll
there,
handle this.
which will get us an easy path back. And it looks like there's the monster we need to defeat.
Here they
Go.
Alrighty, now go ahead and open this chest with Shining in it. And then let's go ahead and fight this mysterious monster. Is that? It must be the monster Toval sent us out here to take care of. I've never seen anything like it. Is it even alive? Kinda looks like more like some sort of machine. Any way you look at it, there's clearly something strange about that thing. I suppose that's why we've been sent to exterminate it. At this point, we can't just go back without finishing the job. Yeah, I say let's see what this monster is made of. Be on your guard, everyone. Alright, let's do it.
This one looks dangerous. Okay.
Alright, well, it's just him, so let's go ahead and do a detector
Analyzing the
on
enemy's
him.
vitals. All complete.
So the mechanical monster has immense firepower, but all else about it is unknown. Well then, I'm gonna go ahead and have Laura just attack it for now, and then we'll use Crystal Saber on
Here we go.
it. And then we'll go ahead and do Flame Slash and Spingo. Is it dead? It seems more appropriate to say we destroyed it. Yeah, I didn't get the feeling we were fighting a living creature. A mechanical monster? What's something like this doing out on a highway near Legram? Might our intelligence division cadet be able to shed some light on this? You are the one with the mysterious mechanical companion, after all. That's a good point, actually. I don't think this thing's any relation to Avlamis. For one thing, it looks like it's made of metal. That's true. Erigellums and the combat shells we use in our practical exams seem to be made of some other substance. And while they may be inorganic, the combat shells do have a certain kind of warmth to them. I don't see how that matters. They all seem suspicious. But Milliam's probably right. This thing doesn't seem enough like Arigatlum to link the two. Let's head back to Legram. I have a feeling Toval wants to hear about this as soon as possible. True, he may even know something about it himself. Back to Legram it is. Alright, I guess I'll meet you guys back in Legram, because we're done here. Something seems amiss here. The town isn't usually this noisy. Huh? Looks like the liner's back in the harbor. But who are those weird people around it? Those look like soldiers from one of the provincial armies. It certainly seems that way. White and purple. I seem to remember seeing those colors back in Heimdall. I believe that combination of colors represents the Lemaire Provincial Army. But Lemaire's on the other side of the Empire. What business should their provincial army have in Legram? Hey, looks like you're back. Toval? Do you have any idea what's going on here? Word on the street is they've requisitionized. I can't say this word for some strange reason, I swear. Requisition. I don't know. I give up, guys. I'm sorry. I may be a 25-year-old with clearly capabilities to speak, but some words I just can't fathom. The liner from the wharf on the far shore. So while we're seeing Lamar's provincial army and not Sutherland's is still kind of a mystery. Apparently, though, some big shot noble is visiting the Viscount as we speak. Another noble visiting father? Who could possibly... That's a bit concerning. Well, if you're curious, why don't you go take a look for yourselves? Since you returned from the highway, that means you took care of that monster, right? Well, that is true. Actually, there was something we wanted to ask you about regarding that. A mechanical monster, you say? Toval? You have some idea as to what it might be? Well, I'm not sure, but I think I'll go have a look at what's left of it, just in case. Anyway, good luck out there, guys. Here's your reward. Ooh, you materials. I'll leave checking out what's going on at the Viscount's mansion to you. He definitely seems like he knows something we don't. Well, for now, there's no harm in leaving the matter to him. Right, we should go see what's going on at Laura's house. Agreed. Alright, quest complete. I'm gonna do something real quick before we head up to Laura's house. Since we have some new materials, I actually want to see if we can customize our current weapons at all. Alas, we cannot. So, it may not be a bad idea to actually see if we can buy some weapons, but alas, you know. We need money. Alright, let's go ahead and see if we can buy these. And then we'll see if we can upgrade them as well. And of course we have insufficient Mira. Okay. So we pretty much just need one for Milliam, but I don't really have enough of anything to really exchange. The best I could do is exchange maybe like 2,000 of this, 2,000 of this, maybe a 1,000 of this, and like 1,000 of this, just to try to get them all around this similar things, just to exchange enough. But yeah, that's pretty much what we gotta do. Okay, and then we'll sell her weapon, and then customize. Main people I'm gonna be doing is oh, we don't have enough, so it's just I'm mainly doing them because they're the powerhouses of the group. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and head up to Laura's house.
Strutting around another lord's territory. How pompous can you get?
It sounds like there's a real VIP here.
Well, let's return to the manor for now.
Oh. Hey, isn't that... There's no need to be so hasty. At least give my proposal some thought. Your attendance would add an extra degree of prestige to our gathering. I'm merely the lord of a minor rural region. Surely you overstate the importance of my presence. A man's worth is decided not by himself, but by those who he rubs elbows with. And while I'm sure you understand, I'd appreciate if you didn't do anything to cause any more or any unnecessary conflict. I'm not sure giving combat training to the Imperial Army is something you ought to be doing either. After all, neither of us want trouble now, do we? And with that, I bid you a fond farewell. Oh, and my compliments on the excellent tea. I am honored, Your Grace. See ya. Excuse us. My, if it isn't young Laura. And Eustace Alberea, too. It's a pleasure to see you again, Your Grace. I appreciate all you continue to do for my father. They must know him. Yeah, and look at how tense they are. I wasn't expecting him to show up here of all people. That's Duke Cayenne, head of the foremost of the four great houses and ruler of the port city of Ordis. His authority extends over the entire province of Lemaire to the west. I'd love to stay and talk a while, but I'm afraid other urgent matters call me away. I'll endure it to arrange another opportunity for us to meet in the near future. But for now, I bid you farewell. Oh, what do we have here? So you're Thor's Military Academy's Class 7, huh? How do you... Oh, just happened to do a little leisure time reading on your class. Not a bad looking bunch. Good, good. Enough with the chit chat. His Grace awaits. Excuse us. See you, kids. Who were those men? They don't look like soldiers of a provincial army, that's for sure. And they did seem to know about our class. I assume they're personal bodyguards hired by Duke Cayenne. Father. You needn't look so concerned. However, it seems like they've finally begun to act. The noble faction has begun acting in secret? Indeed. For the past month, they've been quite active behind closed doors. No doubt they're trying to reaffirm their unity, holding conference after conference all across the country. Of course, I'm sure this isn't news to your youngest classmate. Well, yeah. The intelligence division's all on edge, wondering whether they're about to start a full-scale conflict with the reformists. Seriously? So that's why they've been what they've been up to, scurrying around all this time. But since Duke Cayenne's basically the leader of the noble faction, I sure wasn't expecting him to come all the way out here in person. Nor was I. They appear to be planning a large conference in the near future, to be attended by all members of the noble faction. The Duke came all the way out here to insist that I attend. But Father, you're not even a member. Quite right, my lady. Your father has long kept his distance from the faction. Oh, that's Klaus. In the same way, he also has kept space between himself and the reformists, preferring to remain neutral. However, they're convinced that all nobles should belong to the noble faction as a matter of course. I've heard they've been quite forceful about bringing those nobles who don't support the faction into their ranks. Would I be correct in assuming my family is involved in all of this? I'm afraid so. There's been some disagreement over whether Duke Cayenne or Duke Alborea should lead the four great houses, but I expect that either would bring the same platform to the table. Eustace, if you don't mind my asking, do you happen to know where my family stands on the issue? You need not worry about your family's allegiances. Lord Schwarzer is widely known as an even more substantive man than I. I can't imagine that he'd have any interest in supporting the questionable actions of other nobles. I see. I'm actually kind of relieved to hear you say so. Hold on a moment. Perhaps there's a move we can make after all. I'm afraid I'll be leaving Legram again on another of my little trips. I apologize for the suddenness, but please tend to my things in my absence. As you wish, my lord. The father? Wow, well, that was sudden. I believe in acting swiftly and decisively. I intend to establish contact with all of the nobles who have remained neutral in the ongoing factional conflict, so as to prevent them from being taken in by the noble faction's cohesive methods. Ah, father. A prudent course of action, I think. In that case, I'd be happy to come with you. Toval, what are you doing here? Ah, so you're here as well. Wouldn't miss the chance to catch a glimpse of the majestic Duke Cayenne. Did you know he left in a limousine that came all the way from Breahard? Wait, then. It couldn't have. Does it belong to the Alborea family? Well, Rufus Alborea got into it, so yeah, I'd say that's likely. Couldn't ask for a classier escort. So Rufus was here. Well, he is the heir to the Alborea family. Considering our visitor was none other than Duke Cayenne, it's not at all surprising that Rufus would pick him up. But I know you didn't just come here to volunteer your company on my trip. Well, it just so happens that these guys here brought me a pretty curious story. We've gotten confirmation that a mechanical monster appeared on the highway outside Legram. Is that so? I believe this is the first time one's appeared since the counter-offensive Sir Cassius launched 2 years ago. That's right. Come to think of it, that was the first time we met, wasn't it? It was indeed. What a strange coincidence. Have any others been found in the area? Nothing so far. This is just a hunch, but I suspect it may have been released as a diversion. I concur. Perhaps having you come with me is the best course of action after all. Alright, that's what I wanted to hear. Father, it sounds like there's a lot more going on here than just factions butting heads. Sorry, I can't say anything for certain just yet. But I hope if we turn up anything concrete, I'll be sure to tell Sarah and she'll pass it on. Alright, here's what I've got for you this afternoon. Just a golden catch. When you finished up for the day, I'd appreciate it if you could head to the guild and file your reports. I left you a note on the counter telling you how to do it. Nothing too difficult. Got it. Leave it to us. Just make sure you lock up before you leave for the night. Someone else should be coming in to take care of things tomorrow. Understood. We'll do our best to take care of the guild in your absence. Well, I wish you well in your studies. I hope you'll forgive me for leaving so suddenly. Not to worry, Father. I'm used to it. Thank you again for your hospitality, and for agreeing to a duel. I look forward to our next meeting. As do I. You show great promise as a swordsman. I hope you'll continue to devote yourself to your studies and training alongside my daughter. I'm honored, sir. In fact, I hope all of you will look past her uncouth father and continue giving her your friendship and support. As a single father, the fact that I've yet to hear any tales of budding romance concerning my daughter has me worried.
Father. It would be our pleasure. She sure does seem popular with the girls, though.
I pray for you have a safe journey. Thank you for all you've done for us. Catch you later then. Give my best to Sarah. Why must he always be so... Honestly, you've got one amazing dad. Free-spirited, open-minded, not to mention incredibly strong. Having met him, I can tell you grew up like he did.
Huh? Reed's right, you know. You're living proof that great parents lead to great children.
I suppose having someone like him in your life as a role model would naturally lead you to aspire to greatness. Well, that or feel woefully inadequate in comparison and develop an inferiority complex. But all told, you're living proof the daughter of the Arcade house has grown up sound in mind and body.
So stop teasing me at once. Moving on, Toval has entrusted us with looking after the guild. We may have only half a day remaining, but we still have our duties to fulfill. Look at her, trying to change the subject. I am not.
Alright, one additional quest is added. After you return to the guild to file reports, time of day will advance to evening and the main story will proceed. Alright, well, I think with that, next time on The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel, we're going to get started on the rest of our tasks we have left to do. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like, troops out a ton. Make sure to subscribe dibbly if you've not already. And I will see you guys all later.